In this video, I'm going to tell you why it's extremely important to reach level 101 miner, especially if you're planning on playing for a long time on the Blossomcraft server. In Blossomcraft, we have a leveling system, whether it is farming, digging, and of course mining, which is no secret that is one of the most effective ways to make money in the game. If you watch my insta mining guide, you'll know that I recommend the Cupid's pickaxe, which has Silk Touch. Silk Touch is amazing as you'll get the most bang for your buck selling those ores that you silk to player warp shops. But it kind of ends there. You're throttled by PW owners' cash flow as well as their inventory space. Ever wonder how these player warp owners stay afloat for buying ores for so much? Well, going back to the leveling system, each level you earn gets you 1% more earning for every ore that you mine, capping out at level 101. There comes a time where you need to put down the Silk Touch pickaxe and swap it out for a fortune pick so you can start earning levels. As a level 200 miner myself, I make 12 cents for every stone that I mine, all the way up to $230 for every emerald ore that I find. This is the maxed amount of money you can get per ore at the end game level. I'll have a couple of screenshots if you would like to see the dollar amount per ore on screen at the highest level. But the real question is, when do you switch to fortune? Following my earliest insta mining guide, which puts you from early game to near mid game mining, you'll be pretty set to start making big dollar amounts, which then you'll save up to buy a fortune pick. The best fortune pick to choose that's a reasonable price at that level, I would recommend either the elemental pickaxe from the elemental 2 crate or the Hyperion pickaxe, which comes from the Cosmopolitan crate. Both pickaxes can range from $800,000 to $1 million on the LeooKnightus server. Now we're going to get into the differences between the two, and you guys can pretty much choose whichever one you'd like to go for. First off, with the elemental pickaxe. The elemental pickaxe is a great choice because it has vein mining and a ability to swap between fortune and silk touch. It also has efficiency 7, which will be exceptional for insta mining with haste 3. The Hyperion pickaxe is also a great choice but has benefits in other ways. Firstly, it has efficiency 10, which allows you to insta mine at haste 2, lowering the gear requirements to insta mine. And not only that, it also has the highest fortune in the game. So it's really up to you. Do you like the quality of life of being able to vein mine for a seamless mining experience, or would you rather mine every individual ore but getting the most out of its fortune? Keep in mind, the Hyperion does have efficiency 10, which puts it at the same level as the Adamantium and Genesis pickaxe, which are the best pickaxes in the game so far. Now to get into how do you reach level 101 in the shortest amount of time possible. Now this is going to be a tedious process, but I'm going to walk you through the different alleyways that you can take if you really want to min-max this journey. Number 1, renting a gorb. A Genesis orb is by far one of the most sought after blossom items in the game, allowing you to turn stone or deep slate into random ores in a 5x5 area every 4 minutes. I could get into the details of acquiring one, but to be honest, you wouldn't like it. To get a Genesis orb, you would have to dish out $8 million on LeooKnightus, and that's not even the hard part. The hard part is finding somebody willing to sell. Or you can go with the other option, and that's to pull the elemental 2 crate until you get roughly 12 different items, 8 of which being the elemental core, valuing at 1 million each on average. I know this might sound extremely hard and impossible, but what if I told you you can actually get your hands on one? Renting systems. Each server has its renting systems in place, and here on the LeooKnightus server we have PW Paradise and PW LeooKnightus Rentals. LeooKnightus Rentals, of course, is the one that I am affiliated with, alongside Darcy's Queen, a senior moderator on the server. If you would like to rent a gorb, simply ask the owner or employees if they have a gorb in stock, and they will guide you through the way. To rent from us, please reach out to Darcy's Queen, Fribbit MC, or Kel Vandal, as they are capable of helping when available. Just a note, we also rent out every single economy item in the game, so don't be afraid to ask what we have in stock, and happy mining, guys. Number 2, player warps. If you know me, I have a PW called Ore Room on the LeooKnightus server where I buy and sell ores. Initially, when I opened up this player warp, I was constantly broke, as I was constantly buying ores at a competitive price. And that was to power level myself to miner level 100. This may be one of the more expensive methods, but it's extremely effective, as buying ores is simply faster if you have a ton of players selling silked ores to you on the daily. All you need to do is have a decent amount of money to afford the ores, set up shop, and as the rules states, advertise every 30 minutes. after you get some sales, head over to the resource world, start placing down every ore you purchase to simply break with a fortune pickaxe to gain those levels. All right, but what if you don't want to set up a shop? You never know when somebody might nuke your balance overnight, or the upkeep to constantly check it, as well as the PW fees. What if you just want to casually play but still work towards level 100? Well, fear not, because I have a simple solution. Well, at least on the LeooKnightus server, I opened up a PW that's directly next to Ore Room called PW PLVL, short for power level. I will be funneling all the ores that I purchase from Ore Room directly to PW power level for the players who are looking to power level their way up to level 100 or even level 200. And they don't have to worry about shopkeep or maintenance or upkeep or anything like that. I will do that for you guys. Hence the name, power level. If there's enough demand after this video for soaked ores, I wouldn't mind switching over from fortune to soaking to funnel ores to the player work. So to sum it up, it's quite important to eventually switch from soak touch to fortune so you don't have to rely on the other players on making your money. Not only that, but we also developed a new system on the channel and the PW where if we are over 100 subscribers on the Twitch channel every single month, then I will be inflating the prices of the raw ore prices. So when you are fortuning, you're gonna get the raw iteration of like gold, the iron and copper. If you decide to switch to fortune and we are over 100 subscribers on Twitch, make sure to sell those ores to us because you're going to be getting the most value out of your dollar doing so. We are currently at, I think, over 300 subscribers, so make sure to check out PW Ore Room right now because you don't want to miss out. You don't want to miss out. My name is Leo. I stream every Monday through to Friday. If none of this makes sense, feel free to come on out to the streams and ask me live directly. I would consider myself a very, very engaging streamer. So chances are, if you do type something in chat, I will respond. But with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.